Well, welcome to episode 7 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, and it's the 29th of August, and we're into game week 4 now, folks. And thank you for tuning in and joining us. This is the Christy Nicholson Pub FPL League and the King of the Travellers here in Ballyhaunis and our surrounding areas around here in East Mayo and beyond. And it's just our little thing that we all have, guys, back home, and you know who you are. You all know who the top dogs are. This is the moniker we have, FPL Top Dogs, and let's keep it going. And we're all enjoying the crack. I'm seriously happy with my carry on. A very quick decision made on Saturday before the deadline to play my free hit. Sounds crazy, sounds mad, but I can rationalize the whole thing. I've had such a annus horribilis in the last 3 game weeks we've had. Everything's gone wrong, picking all the Villa players and getting off Haaland at the wrong time, getting off Kane at the wrong time, getting off Jesus at the wrong time, chasing this, chasing that. The Bowen didn't work out, Digne didn't work out, Bailey didn't work out. The only good thing is I have not gone with Son at the start of the season. Was absolutely dreadful. Like, he's gone down to 9.9 already, and shocking from the joint Golden Boot winner from last year. But there you go. It's all about Kulu and Perisic, isn't it? They're the guys, and Richarlison's chipping in as well for Spurs. So anyway, let's carry on and get ahead of ourselves. And I won't have a look at the video just quite yet. This is 73. Quite happy. I think I was 74th to 72nd now, but it's pretty tight in the top. The 30 you have to get through. There's only like 20 points, 30 points. And I think I'm somewhere at about 98 points down from our leader at the moment, which is the Padraic Rougeio Ruane. Padraic Rougeio Ruane is leading, and he's old school dizzy rascal in the house. And we all know in the Top Dogs universe, the resident top dog, we know who are the old school, the Snowmans, Vince, Hitmans, you know, but definitely Padraic Rougeio, John Kelly, Oliver, we know who we are, and we're taking on the young guns, and they know who they are as well. The Oracles, the Starmans, the Facemans, you know, and the snipers, the old brigade versus the young brigade, and the not so old brigade versus the not so young brigade. Okay, covering everyone. So 73 this game week, which was pretty good compared to, like, lots of people are getting 40s, 50s, 60s. A few crazy scores in the house, a few on the 100 in the FPL Top Dogs Christy Nicholson Pub League, a few in the 90s and 80s, but then it's mainly the main dredge of all these is basically within that 60s and 50s bracket. So I'll just go and share the old video. It's always easy to forget to share the screen, so get this done. That's the rough breakdown. So let's go. Yeah, 73 this week. Average was 62, 198. I'm about, I think, 298, 297, 296, something like that. So I'm not panicking if I'm 100 down on this league. I've been 100 down on this league loads all of last season, minimum, sometimes at nearly 200 down. So I'm not worrying at this stage until I'm getting to the 150, 200, and then that's getting scary. Now, yes, looking, I had a crazy game week 3. I got rid of Haaland and got in Jesus, and I had a load of money, something 4.6 million to spend. And then after seeing what Zaha did, and with Maddison the free, I said I'm going to go differential here. So I got in Maddison, and I got in Zaha 7 million, and it turned out to be a massive mistake. Game week 4. Both of them injured. I'm there staring at a -8 tuck for game week 4. The only way out of it, I had Ake was not even playing as well, so I had 3. And if I went on, if I did any more hits, it could have been a -16, -12. Absolute horrible situation. But I just had some sort of a hold on. If I use the free hit here, I can get out of those transfers, not get my -8. And I can just, but it's there to be used in desperation. I've worked out that I would have got a 48 point haul from that game week. If I just left it as it was and didn't do any free hit. This is a general breakdown of who I would have had. Okay, Sanchez would have got 8 last game week. Walker only got 1 again. Trippier got 2. He would have played instead of Ake. Zinchenko, well, Patterson only got 2 this game week. Zinchenko, he would have come out for Zinchenko. Kulusevski, he would have got me 6. Bowen 3. Salah 6. Martinelli 2. Kane 10. And Mitrovic 7. And Jesus 1. That would have worked out for 48 points, -8, 40 points. So the free hit is giving me a 33-point boost. And that's what the free hit's there for. Those chips are there. Yes, there is a plan to have them all to the end, and the bench boost, set yourself up. And though the other game weeks now, I'll be a bit goosed in regard to, I think I'll have to save my second wild card and play it as some sort of a free hit thing. I've no choice now. But yeah, look, I'm happy enough. I'm back in the game a little bit, and that's what it's about. I made terrible emotional decisions this season. I've been all over the place, hither and thither. I just want to settle down and chill out now. So I shouldn't be too focused on what I'm doing, but so with that I'm happy enough with what I've done there. Now I'm not the Bowen hours anymore. I've took the 0.2 million hit. I've got rid of Bowen. I have 1.6 million in the bank. 1.6 million plus 8.3 works out to be 9.9. And I'm a great fan of, if you've just got enough to catch somebody and get him. Sterling's got his 2 goals, and that's me for a differential now. I like this team. I'm going nowhere at the moment, but Sanchez is fine with his games coming up. Trippier, look, anything can happen now with Newcastle. Trippier is just such a live wire. He's potential of clean sheets, free kicks, and an odd assist. So Zinchenko, I think he'll be back again. Probably not for this game coming. So Patterson will probably get a run out. I'm not taking any more hits for as long as I can. I have to settle down. So I'll leave that if Patterson comes on or not. Okay, well, I'm going to save that money eventually for Laporte, but that's more in the video. Walker, very, very happy still. I've got a bit of City. In my team specifically, I like to have a bit of everything. And I got a bit of City, bit of Liverpool, bit of Spurs, bit of Chelsea now, bit of a mix, and a good bench, a bench that will all play. Even Ward is still being stuck at Leicester. I don't know for how long. The goals are just raining in Leicester. You cannot go anywhere near Leicester defense, and even up front as well. Vardy's missed sitters against Chelsea. Oh, and how did they lose to Chelsea, going down to 10 men? Chelsea. I think it was himself, Gallagher, that got sent off. As things are, I think his career is done now at Chelsea. To be honest with you, brilliant player. Just get out of that club and go somewhere where you get your game time. It's great at Palace, and now he's in the doldrums at Chelsea. And everybody is. There is a list out there of how many players have gone there and just blown up. That Leicester player was a Drinkwater. Another. I know he had off the field problems, extracurricular and driving and all that. But if you're not playing football, you're not happy. You're on the margins. You'll go off the rails with all that money to spend and beck and call, and women and wives telling you, why aren't you playing? Drive you crazy. And also with now we hear your man Ross Barkley's left Chelsea, and there's our Chelsea stockpiling talent and just letting them go to hell. And now they're getting in loads of. It's a terrible model as a player to go there. Lukaku's wasted a lot of time there as well. Went over to. I'm ranting, sorry, but he's gone. It's a funny one, that Lukaku with United and Chelsea. So ranting too much, but happy enough with this team. I'm going to go with it. Spurs, any Spurs assets now are a differential. I'm not happy to not have Haaland. I have nothing to cover him. It's West Ham away. I'm not going to take a hit. I'm going to just have to let Haaland run. You can't have them all, can you? So that's where I'm at. I'm going to run, and I'm going to show what I'm going to do later on in regard to who I'm looking out for and who everyone should be looking out for. Every team is different. More people have more. Liverpool, they've tripled up. Every scenario is different. I've got triple Arsenal. There's another, I wouldn't mind having a certain Odegaard in this team instead of Andreas there and play. But then what do I do with Mitrovic? There's lots of, listen, I'm happy enough, and that's me done for today. Right, let's go and roll the video and get this thing on the show. Everyone must be looking forward to the mock. I've got a mock-up of the Rougeio. That's Padraic Rougeio Ruane. Old school, everybody in the house. I'm sorry, but he's one of us, mate. He's old school, and you can't beat the say as you the father and the son thing. The father, he made a granite. The son has a lot to prove. This is the video. This is possibly the last video for a few months until I figure out another. This is biteable.com. I've been using them. My free package is out, so I have to pay a few hundred to a year or something to get this thing done. So I'll have to figure out another scenario. But enjoy the video. Could be the last for a while. Closed. No way is that missing. No way. Missing. It could. I might actually have no video. Should work. Come on, video. Get it over and done with. All right, thank you, folks. That's the video. It takes a lot of work to do this thing, 3 hours of messing around doing work. How am I going to write this? The quotes. Who am I going to lead with? How am I going to do my mock-up? Yeah, let's see the video. Right, just have a quick rough through. These are our guys, the top dogs, the residents. Very, very proud to have got second and come and done something, but I'm coming to terms with, Joey Neenan is right at the top again. The commando, I don't know, he's an oracle. Sorry, oracle, but he's more than it. 999, Salah nil, Bournemouth nil. Salah backers devastated. If he'd done anything, I would have broke the 100 myself. You think, definitely that was missing from my score. Everyone did it this week for me except Salah and Bowen as well. I didn't have Bowen. I free hitted them out, which was I think it was a good move. I done a good move, guys. It worked. It works for me. It worked for me, but not even an assist. And look at that sitter he's missed. This absolutely devastating. That would have been another 10, 15 points. But everyone, I think probably 60, 50% of the FPL audience would have had Salah, or maybe, well, definitely a good 30%. I don't know, but Haaland. The thing is, there's a mix between Jesus, Kane, Haaland, Salah now, and a few outliers like Sterling or De Bruyne, or people are captaining these guys. So there's a mass spread. So believe it or not, there's not as much as a disaster, because loads of people would have taken it. Jesus did nothing. He got his 1 point. He got booked as well. Kane got 10, fair enough. 10 points, 2. That means he wouldn't have got any bonus points. Not sure about that. I think he got his bonus points there. 2 goals. He missed his penalty, yeah. So that would have worked out 10 points. So that would have been 20. So 10 points here. Meh, okay. So I think Salah backers can just be a bit relieved, but most of the masses would have been on other stuff. And the only one that really done it was Haaland, and Kane a bit missed the penalty, was a bummer. So I don't know. We got a decision to make over Salah, guys. I need to get back up that table, and I'm already looking at getting rid of Salah and getting in Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold to cover him, and maybe somebody up instead of Mitrovic. Or if Jesus doesn't carry, if he carries on blanking, I know it's very harsh after what he done with Leicester. That's why I transferred him in with Haaland after the Leicester, so I had to get on him. But so many people are on him. I'm not going to get up that table anymore if I have Jesus or Salah in my team, possibly. I have to go differential now, and it could be a blessing in disguise. People will be sitting on these. The only thing I am worried about Haaland, City mix up their points all over the place. Let's carry on. Yeah, Odegaard, seriously, 3 goals in 2 matches, 6.6 mil. Great bargains in that sort of price range, folks. Look at Gross as well. I think he's 6.8 now. It's loads. Martinelli, okay, he's chipping along. Martinelli, happy enough. He's getting regular starts, but soon enough, I think that Emil Smith Rowe will get a bit of game time. And also, Arsenal have a few, tasty new signings coming as well, I'm sure, by September. So they'll kick on. So that, yeah, Odegaard takes frees the whole lot. What's not to like? So I'm looking at this guy. I'm not ruling him out to come into my team. Bruno, just an elegant mention to Bruno Fernandes. Finally, nowhere near his form for the last 18 months to 2 years. He's carried that United team. Ronaldo gets in and he's kind of playing the second fiddle where he's better as the maestro, to be honest with you. I think United, it's up to them. It's a 50-50 call getting rid of Ronaldo. I think I would. I think United are a better club, bigger club, and should be able to absorb that loss. Just find a scenario. I think Bruno is a terrific player. Great. That's 1 goal anyway. United back in the running after the Liverpool two wins in a row. So look, they're back in the top. They're back in the running again. They just have a bit of surgery, and there's a Dalot as well. People are raving about Dalot, but um, United have this new guy coming in now for 80 million from Ajax. I forget his name. Is it Antonio or Anthony or whatever? Never heard of the guy. He's something like 22. He scored about 10 goals. I'm not sure. Guys. But it's 84 odd million or whatever. Does this spell the end of Martial and Rashford? I think it's too early for Rashford, definitely. It's a lot of money to be paying these guys sitting on the bench and not delivering. Seriously, it's a results game. Chelsea wouldn't have it, would they? Would they have a Rashford? Would they? These guys, they'd be out on their ear before their ego touched the ground. I promise you. And also a shout for Paul Pogba. Terrible carrying on with his brother Raphael or whatever his name is. And the blackmail and the gangs and demanding 14 million. That's shocking stuff altogether. No, and now there's stuff about Aubameyang as well being in trouble with blackmail and hostage and all sorts of stuff. That's news that might touch on there. Haaland, of course, I am worried about this. I shouldn't have probably got rid of him for Jesus. That was a mistake, but it's just he's an easy stick and fix captain now. Really, that's what I'm looking for. I'm afraid to do it for Salah now. Kane, okay, could do. Kane versus Haaland is where I'm at now at the moment. But anyone who's got Haaland should be sitting pretty. I'm just hoping that the overall effect of my team will kind of cancel him out. But I don't have anything to cancel. I've only got Walker, and he doesn't score, and he'll be in and out now once Laporte gets back and a few others. Ake gets back. Stones now has got an own goal, so he won't be a threat too much. But Bernardo's back. City mix the points around the whole lot. Kevin De Bruyne is, pulling the strings, and he knows he doesn't need to jump forward all the time. He's got Haaland to sit up there. And Bernardo and Gundogan didn't start the other day, Pepper led. So I don't know where you go. I don't know where Mahrez is at. I think he's a fantastic player, but he can't get the game. He's not getting any points. It's shocking if you had him at the start of the season. But Haaland is the only one for me. And if you want to, I don't think there's anyone in that team there's no Sterling either. I don't think there's anyone. Maybe Foden and Cancelo and another City defender could possibly cancel this guy out. I just don't think he's uncancelable at the minute. So 19 gone in 90, gone in 60 seconds, gone in 19 minutes. He's done even better than a sports car, this Haaland. So better than the Ferrari. So 10 Men City get out of jail with the high card. I'm trying to do my best with the old pun. Now, yeah, I've got on the stir train. Raheem can stir things up. I'm hoping that maybe I can get on the run. I love getting a bargain that's dropped in price. I've took a hit with Bowen 0.2, but I've got it back with this 0.9, and I'm fiddling and hiddling about these. I've got too obsessed about price changes and rises. It's totally throwing me. I've tried to be ahead of the curve. I was only just being behind it. But I've just managed to fit Sterling in. I think he'll have a good season. I think he'll be up there. He's not a bad player overnight. 2 goals now against Leicester. Look, I have to take a chance. Not, I think most people who've done well are 100 points ahead of me, 80 points ahead of me now. And the Christy Nicholson, they probably don't need to take this chance or risk. Whatever they're doing fine. Right, a shout out for Richie Crinningham. Congrats, brother. Your official game week 4 top dog. Richie Crinningham 111. I'm sure he must have obviously Captain Haaland. We'll have a look at his team later. James Crane from Boyle Sports. He's topped the 100. I've never seen him get that score before. Snowman is gone from Boyle Sports at the minute. Maybe he's doing better now. Who knows? He's acting on his own advice, huh? Robbie Kunyan there in 95. That very, very few, 75, and this is like a list going down to 87. A big difference now, nearly 25 points there, and the difference between Hitman Nestor and 87. So most of the scores are 65 to 45. So anything over 65, you've gained a little bit. That's where we are. Tig Morley, well done. Sarah Collins is also well done. Faria Tosmondo, Tosmondo, I can't do it, but he's a friend over here in Redbridge where I work, and he's a mad Liverpool fan. He gets a shout. And William Hitman Nestor is doing something right. He captained Trent Alexander-Arnold. He told us all, and he has a point about Haaland. If you just have Trent and captain him, Haaland only gets about 10 points more, and he scored a hat-trick. So I know where William's coming from. If you get on that defender, yeah, I've bought in. Look, Trent has had a terrible start, but now this could be just the kick that he's going to get. A nice run for Liverpool coming up. But the thing now I have is the European nights are starting, so there will have to be a bit of rotation. I don't know if Tsimikas will get more of a run now on Robinson's wing. Liverpool have a lot of injuries. Mandip is out, so loads of injuries. So they're doing the best they can. Elliott's come up with a goal, did a lot better, and and there's Gomez as well. He was singled out a bit against United, but Liverpool have the injuries, so we'll have to. I think they will. They'll just have to be careful not to get too behind City at this stage of the season. And Padraic Rougeio Ruane there in 94. It's like a sort of play on Coolio. Been spending most of the nights living in the gangster paradise. Back in the day, 1994. And what does he do? He gets a 94. 94 in the house there. So Coolio. So he gets his Coolio number 94. Sure, Park he won't mind a 94 every second game week. So good luck to him there. One of the old school. And here's the great man himself. Okay, I can't write. I've got a better picture of this of the Park Ruane there. Native Ballyhaunis lad. Grew up with him at school. Christy Nic, number 1, game week 4, 291 points. So, I'm not quite the 100. I'm about 96 behind, 95 behind. Face man, don't mess with this guy. This guy is the Rougeio. He will destroy you. I'm telling you, bro. Don't mess with the Rougeio. Okay, I promise you, he's a big guy. So don't mess. Rougeio code 094 shows old school still knows best. Yes, and he's one of our. He's been in the Christie since the day it started, day 1, 2013-14, along with John Kelly and Snowman's been there. We all know who we are. and we take great pride in taking on the young guns. And good luck to Rouge. He's killing us. I think it's his second mock this season. And good luck to him. Old school, Dizzy Rascal. Well done, bruv. Well done, Park. What else? The video. Oh yeah, these right. Yeah, this is Wega's watch book. I'm going to keep an eye on Laporte when he comes back at 5.9. Love the price. He might. I don't think he'll drop much more. Looking at Jota now, this is a list of who I want. I'll be getting in pronto. Now I think Jota could be the first one there. The moment Jota's back, I think that could be, for me, it could be Trent, Jota, and Diaz. And these three, I hope, will cover me. If I get rid of Salah, I have two midfielders. I probably have to take a -4 maybe, or to get a 3, roll 2 transfers, or maybe sneak in. I'll have to figure that one too. I'll have to have a look at that. Andreas will have to go. Salah, so that's my 2 midfielders, and see who I can clear off. Akai, 13 plus 18 plus, we'll say 5, 18, 23, 23, 16, that's 17, 20, 17. Oh, that's 24.5 is what I need currently. So I have to figure out a little bit more about them numbers. But when Joshua gets back, I'm watching him. I'm not in a panic the only one probably is Trent, a little bit of a panic to get him in. But I'll have to stick with Salah for the time being. And it looks, I might goose to stick on Salah as captain. It's devastating where that guy is, how he's fallen. You know, the last 10 game weeks, a total joke. He scored 2 against United, and that was more or less it. You know, and after the international, so the AFCON, once he went away, came back, lost to Mane, Senegal, and then lost again in the World Cup qualifiers to Senegal. Mane's gone to Dortmund, or sorry, Bayern Munich. He's scoring a hell of a goal or amount of goals over there. Diaz has come in, is doing a good job, but he's not a Mane. He's very, very good. Probably up there with the likes of Kulusevski, probably, I think, at this stage, is potential wise for both clubs. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Look, if I can't get these guys, look at Gross. He's there at the right time. He's outshining Trossard at the moment. A shout for that guy. I have him in my Sun Dream team. He's killing it. I like Rodrigo. He's got Leeds of really good fixtures coming up. William, the Hitman Nestor, he says, watch out for Rodrigo coming up now, Leeds. So if you have him, I'd stick with him. Persist. I mentioned Odegaard. I like, and all these guys are in my reckoning to keep an eye out for. Again, if you've got up to 300 points in the after 4 game weeks, you won't be you're probably on some of these already, or you're not panicking too much. But it's just those that are a bit lower down, like myself. We have to think outside the box. I like Henderson. He's saving penalties. He got lots of save points. Forest didn't do all that bad against Spurs. In all fairness, they had a bit of a run in the first half. They had quite some chances. I don't know how that Nico Williams missed that goal. I had him played, and the game week I had him a free hit, and I was praying he'd score against my own team. Like, I wouldn't mind the 2-1. I wouldn't mind the 2-1. I don't care. It's just, Williams, come on, but he is an attacking threat, and yeah, possibly I would like to have him. I don't know why he's not gone up in price. Tony, with his fixtures, come up with Brentford, he takes penalties, no brainer, great price. He has moved up at 0.2 million, so a load of people have jumped on him. So that's the rough breakdown there. And thank you, Bible. And that's over now. And the Christy Nicholson Pub will always live on. Forze Christy Nicholson Piwnica, Ukraińskuję mowa piwnica. The beer house. That was the beer house, and I'd never be the same until that place reopens again. I have faith that one day it might, though. The clientele comes straight back to the Christy Nicholson. It'd be under a different name, but we'll all be back again. Right, let's have a quick look. So I've done this. So the standings, we'll have a look at the standings here in Right, we've got Belly Happiness there, 291. I see all the Haaland training guys are all up there. Cancelo is not, he didn't do an awful lot at the end of last season, last 10 games. Most of his points came the first 2/3. I'm watching this guy, he gets clean sheets. It's not been prolific. And I don't like the price still, 7 million. I have no plans of getting in Cancelo. I think Walker is doing just as well as what Cancelo when he's 2 million cheaper. And I'm going to keep an eye on Laporte. And Gabriel's come up with a goal. I think this guy is interesting. A bit like of a Rudiger for Chelsea, popping up with our goals and clean sheets. If you have him in your team, fair enough. You know what I mean? A pair of six there. Trippier, I like Trippier. Fornells, that's a great shout. Wow. He's done no subs this week as well, so he's had him in for a while. Kulusevski, love it. If you don't have a Son or Kane, Kulusevski, I think, is one of them dudes that can cover you a touch, and he could have that on day as well, like he's had before on the first day of the season against Southampton. Luis Diaz, fair enough. No Salah in this team, and there you go. It's possible to do and go without Salah. I believe it is. The only thing is you have no Trent there, so it's kind of covering himself a bit there with the Kane and the Sons, covering himself with the Salahs. He's covering himself all over the place. The only thing that matters, Haaland is captain, and his price is only going to go up. He'll be 12 million soon enough. So, yeah, he could break the 40 goal mark this season. Haaland is scary. And Jesus, it's starting to dry up a bit. Jesus now, people are starting to get off. I think of course, I have him on my team, and I'm already thinking I've already got rid of him once, got him back again. I get rid of. Listen, I'm all over the place. Don't listen to me. But Watkins, there's a few little chinks there. Maddison didn't play. Look, that's a very, very interesting team. That is, all over the place. Kubali now is out. He's suspended but he'll be back in again. Fair shout. Everywhere there's points, and a little bit of Brighton, a little bit of everything. That's a really, really good team. It's absolutely, and most of these guys will probably play every day or every game of the week, no matter what they're doing. So I like that about his team. Maybe Richarlison will come start an odd game, but nearly all these dudes will be first team starters. I love it. I love it. So yeah, he's go for a pork as much as you can while you can. Richie Crinningham, well done. 111. That's the health emergency codes to ring over here in the emergencies in the UK. Richie, how's he done it? Well, obviously, you know, he's kept Haaland, but all over the pitch, it's points. Everyone has absolutely plonked it, absolutely stomped it. Kane there with 10, Kulusevski. He's got the differential as well. Anything Spurs, three. I should be triple up Spurs myself. Look, I've got Kulusevski back after I've done the free hit and getting rid of him, and Andreas to get in Zaha and Maddison, as I explained before. So I'm happy to be on that train. But that Kane Haaland could be the winner this season. No, obviously you can't get Salah in, but that's what I was thinking. Salah is still a bit of a differential, and more people will get off him now. Just have you got the faith to believe in Mo Salah? He's not had a really good. If you add up the last 14 games, you won't be getting many FPL points from that guy, and I'm very watchful of that. I'm telling you, keep an eye on it. Saliba, brilliant stuff. Robinson, okay, he's come up. He's got something out of the 9 goals they got against Bournemouth the other day, but still like a clean sheet and just probably an assist there. So it's not great pickings. Great stuff with Diaz. I just think Liverpool spread them points across, but Salah is just gobsmacking. And obviously Trent there. So great stuff. Loads of point that way. Sa will get you an odd clean sheet and loads of save points and an odd penalty save. Sancho's, well, he's an interesting choice. 6.7% owned. There's a bit of United, Richie, so you know he wants a bit of United. I don't blame him there. Not gone crazy. That Jesus, not having Jesus could be a differential itself. So Sean Shaky Hair, I thought he would be the mock for this game week. I had Shaking On Baby now, Shaking It. I had that song and the whole thing mocked up, and guess who Coolio's took down one of the young guns. You know, old school versus new school. Sean Her gets in Mitrovic. Very interesting. He's gone for Mitrovic now. Sneaking in. He's left him on the bench. It's funny now. More. Yeah, Moore's gone out, but Mitrovic, is he plays? Oh, he plays bench boost. Oh yeah, I see it there now. So won't be massively happy with that 81 bench boost. It's a bit frustrating. Jesus, you think he would have come up with something now against Fulham. The Arsenal in the end were just relieved, and there are massive celebrations at the end. Showed that that was a massive 3 points. Only a 2-1 win. Well, Fulham, they're not easy to shake off. That 2-2 against Liverpool, and yeah, fair play to Fulham, but yeah, it's frustrating for Isusi. That's what I mean. A lot of people have spread their captaincies around. That was frustrating if he had just, but I think Haaland now is stick and fix now at this stage, especially if you don't have much City, and if you've got through to City, you can try and cancel him out, but it'd be hard. The only thing about that, will he be rested now on, I think, Tuesday night or Wednesday night when they play? The matches are spread out this game week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. United the later game on Thursday, the first tomorrow night. So City have he might be rested against Forest. There's an outside chance. It will be frustrating, but even off the bench, it could be. Forest have showed that they're, especially the first 10 game weeks, the newly promoted clubs, they do give it them all. It's just that after Christmas, they struggle. So they could, look, to keep the score down there. That's what it's all about. I think City are at home as well. They are. So yeah, shaky. James is fair enough. Good stuff. Grob, that's a great call. Salah frustrating. Bench boost. I just don't know why I wouldn't do a bench boost not on a single game week. I think it was just a bit of fun and to go all out guns blazing. And maybe to add to the momentum, but a bit frustrating. Bailey was a sub, came on, done nothing. Walker, I just don't think they were the right players to go on the bench. Now, what I would do is with my wild card late at the end of the season sometime, I'll wait for a double game week and I'll set myself up the game week before to do a bench boost. That's what I can at least try and do. Yeah, Dara Hunt. Yeah, well, he was our mock up there, I think, in the first game week. Or the second game week, I think it is. Rougeio was the first. Dara was the second. Yeah. So Dara 63, underwhelming. Didn't quite work this week. It's okay. It's fine. 279, only 12 points down. It's minimal damage. Anything over 60. If you got that every game week, you'd win the overall FPL top dog. So don't worry. It's not many. It's not many. Bested 63. So a few 70s and it's 75s, all right. But going forward, at least, look, yeah, Salah, loads of people misery with Salah. Grob on the bench, frustrating. Again, that I love that team. That team is fine. There's not a lot wrong. I would be playing Grob every game now, depending on fixture. Who would I knock out? It's hard to really know. Persic, I like Persic. It's hard to fit. I don't like to have decisions versus kind of good midfielder versus a kind of good Grob and Rodrigo, and that choice is to be made every game week. I try to leave myself with 11 choices that are already made, and we're having the bench is clearly they'll come on 4.5, 4.6, maybe a 5 million striker. They'll come on, but there's a bit of money tied up, just slightly tied up, 0.8 now tied up in the bench there versus the 5.6. I think Rodrigo's 5.6. That will frustrate. It may alternate, but I would like to, if I had both, I'd like to play both. Especially Rodrigo's fixtures coming up, but frustrating there for Shaky. Joey Neenan, he looked like topping it after the Saturday, but Sunday came and he flicked down again, especially with the Salah. The Haaland really blew everyone away with Park and Crinningham there, Richie Crinningham. Two United fans as well. So we got United. Is her Liverpool? I think he's Liverpool. Dara. sure if Liverpool again. I know Joy Neenan's Liverpool, so it's very, very much a Chelsea man. Shane down there. Shane does have a great start. All these guys are in great positions, great start. 4 game weeks, phenomenal. Oh, just wish I was in your shoes, guys. Nino still with the Cucurella train. Fair enough. He will be playing. James, fine. Haaland, Grove. See how this is just genius stuff there. He's always Neto. He's got rid of Neto. He's got in Grove, and guess what? Of course, Grove just scores a goal, and it's 1-0, and he gets all the bonus points. Terrific stuff. You just have to say Bula Bus there. That's the signing of the week there. Joy, congrats. Very frustrating with Salah pulling your hair out. I lived that 9-0, and to me, I've forgotten about it. All those 9 goals. I'll never want to be remembered. I don't care, whatever. But yeah, Salah, Diaz, and Trent were the 3 that he said we must stick with at the start of the season. So I was warned. See, this is what you should have on the bench compared to Shaky here. This is why I'm on about. Look at this bench. All of these guys play an odd game, but this is the start of the season, up to the first 10 game weeks. That's what you want until you get your money built up within the squad, and that's the problem with having money tied up in the bench. It kind of not left regretting decisions you've made. Whereas Joy wouldn't have any regrets about leaving any of these in the bench, but they'll pick up your point here and there. So as you can see, he's been tripping away with all these points here. So like that's the way to play it. Haaland, it will frustrate, but at least he has Haaland. It looks like he's doing 4-4-2, which seems to be the most popular one now. Loads of people have gone off the 5-4-1 because there's just too much going on with the strikers. Face man number 5, not too far down. Look, 278 is fine. 13 points down. All these guys, you can say, 58 to look, it's 33 points. It's all right. 17 points down to Fergal Great Guns Walsh. 63, won't be happy with that. Hey, gone with Elliot. That's a funny one. Martinelli, okay. He's gone off. He's got a little bit of white. He got booked. Frustrating. He's got his triple Arsenal. There's a little bit of surgery needed. De Bruyne's not done it. That's look, he's a great player. I'm sure he's going to get these goals and score 4 against Wolves. But he's not playing against Wolves every day of the week. I think the psychology De Bruyne could have changed now with Haaland, and they know where he is and what he's doing, has to get more involved. There'll be less need of De Bruyne to be running up forward, box to box, or look, just you have so much possession that they need a bit of skullduggery from the wing, few crosses, and they're looking for that 18-yard possession goal where they're just camped outside that yard, and it's just like people taking pot shots and they get lucky, and De Bruyne has just got to watch it. So Mbeumo, I don't know. I'd rather Tony than Mbeumo. Polinia, bench is fine, good bench. It's all his value out, but it's a bit of work there to do for Great Guns there. I think you can sit on it, but so that's a Salah train, the big friendly giant. Diarmid Phillips won't be happy. 75 is very, very good hurling, standard hurling. I'm happy with my 73. Look, the Salah thing, it would have got us if we just went, look, another 17 points. You're in the 90s. That's the way to have it. That's just a call. Could have been us, but 95 points from Robbie Kunyan. Well done. He's made the commendables. Maybe a brother to, I think he's a brother to Andy, so he's well into his football for Ballyhaunis Town. Allison, he's gonna trip up at Liverpool the other way. This is fine, you see. This is fine. Okay, there's a lot of money tied up in your goalkeeper like Allison. I'm not a big fan of that. Too much money. I think there's loads of value with Sanchez and Henderson. And even Pickford, who got an assist there. I couldn't believe it. For my son dream team. I'm not complaining. That's also Coutinho or Prowse. Can't depend on these guys. Odegaard's he's had him for a while. Good call from Robbie. Jesus, So the saving grace here is definitely Haaland. He's got his captain right. That's what it's all about in this game. Get your captain right. Zinchenko went off. So that's why he's probably had, I don't know, he probably benched Ward-Prowse against United. Antonio is just not at the races. West Ham just generally aren't at the races at all. It's a terrible stinker and start for both the clubs in maroon and blue, claret and blue, as they say, and even Burnley, who got relegated. Anything claret and blue, it just stinks at the moment. Just stay away. That's the advice there. Well done, Robert. A bit of Donny O'Brien. Donny Silverman Bryan is flying up there. Great spot. 271, 20 points down. That's fine. Great position. Seriously different rock and roll change from last year. Some people are really on the ball here from the get-go. Donny O'Brien is one of them that kind of slow start like myself and creeps up the table and then gets on a massive roll, and then before you know it, they're top 3, top 10. He's definitely a creeping ivy, but this year he's a sunflower. Donny is the sunflower at the minute, and long may it last. 72 points is fine. He's got Haaland right, but it is a bit scary. Other than Haaland getting that right, apart from Diaz, there's been a lot of blanks, more or less. Got to keep an eye on that. Tony's blanked again, but although he's a penalty taker. Rodrigo's got a home game next. De Bruyne, I just don't think it's every game. You can spread the money a bit more across the board. Bruno Guimaraes, oh, what a terrible that was. That I had him as well. I was thinking about throwing him in. That's how bad. I would have been in minus territory if a Bruno in at this stage. Thank God. But Zinchenko, okay, it's a bit tricky. Veltman, fair enough. Oh, Trent out for Veltman to get Tony in. Ouch. Ooh. He's 7.5 at the moment, Trent. So I'm having that. I'm having a bit of that. He won't be dropping in price. Well done, Adam Hickey. Owen Collins, well done. Owen has been taking this awful serious. All last year, he's been really plugging away really well. He's been making good decisions, and I think he's got a knack for the game, our Owen. And he did very well in the King of the Travelers last year. He's hit the ground running. Great. Look, I had 265 is phenomenal stuff. It's 26 odd points away from the top. So keep it real, Owen. He's got the look. I think Trent and Salah and Louise is fine. In your position, yeah, you can just sit on that. I have to do something different. I'm way too much points down at this stage, about 70 points down on you, Owen, or so. Haaland, fair enough. You can just stick and fix captain there. I like James. Martinelli. Keep an eye on Martinelli. That could be an Odegaard in the making. Bailey should not be anywhere. Bailey and Cash, scary stuff. Eze's got an assist. He's a good shout. So Sean Frayne, I can do it. I can't do it. I can't. Confusing me. Watkins, Jesus. Okay, good shout there for Sean. Go down a bit low. Sean Gilday, little bit of luck of his team. Sniper in 13th, 60 points. He won't like that. Neto's been a flop. Neves has been doing it. Jesus Rodrigo. Again, I like these. No panic. That's no panic here. I don't think at all. These players are fine. It's just one of them weeks. You don't captain Zaha, don't captain Haaland, and Liverpool do a 9, and you got no Diaz. The Diaz and Haaland would have had you up there. It's just two players. It's the difference between 95 and 60. Patrick Caulfield, Neto to Rodrigo, good stuff. Luis Odegaard. So it's a bit of a mixed bag there, getting rid of Diaz for Odegaard. That was a good call. He got the 2 goals there, and so he's got on that train. But he's off the Diaz train. So I would like to have Diaz and Odegaard in my team, but obviously no Salah. I'd want Trent. This is a bit of window shopping here, what I want here. But yeah, Ederson, his bench is fine. Everyone is getting their bench right. Playing bench low on the money. That's the way to do it. Don't keep it on the bench. Luke Walsh, just a little shout out, 80 points. Well done there, bro. John Kelly is great. All these are in great spots. John's done Haaland. Great decision there. A lot of money with De Bruyne and Salah there. Even a bit of Mitrovic. He's Sue's house. He fitted all this in. He's done very well. He's kept with his Patterson. He's the toffee crush man instead of Zinchenko, I'd say. That's a very, very good team. I like it. I really, really like John's team. It's pretty. If Spurs do pretty well, he's got that bit covered. Liverpool bit covered. City definitely covered. Arsenal covered. It's got everyone covered here. That's a great team to go far. So watch out for John Kelly. Old school, Fergie Walsh, as I said before. Can't go through all the teams here. But I've got two more. Yeah, see what happened to Connor Hussey. Bailey for De Silva. Okay, that's a bit of a sideways moving away. Gets a little bit more money back in the system. De Silva is more like a sub guy that will come on and get you something. Don't think, Brentford, he's going to score 15 goals a season. We'll see. It's a long season, great start, but as it goes on, it gets tiring. Cup games, psychology, fitness, injury, it's just all random. So look, he's rather have him on, but getting him in kind of after the Lord Mayor show, it's a bit might work out. But if I had a Brentford, I think Tony, but I wouldn't get him in at the minute. I'll sit and watch for now. Robertson, okay. Liverpool, gravy train. Haaland, no captain fair. That's unlucky. Again, just captain Haaland would have been the, but it is what it is. Yeah, should be okay. There you go. Sorry, can't say much more. Connor Hussmeister, Hussey, Aidan Gaffney's there. Yeah, quick look at the Oracle. 17. He's got the Salah train again. He's not happy. Diaz, yeah. If Liverpool don't do it, he's in trouble. No Spurs, nothing to cover him there. He's got the City bit going. Yeah, Liverpool. Okay, so it really is. I just like the look of a team that's got a bit of everything at the minute. Yeah, Williams should have scored his goal. Almiron, Trippier. It's I don't know, man. I'll have to look at that one really. Sit and wait and see what happens. Sorry, bro. Oh, and the Love Boat Row from Claire Mars. 70 points. Not a bad score from Oracle. 71's fine. It's just a frustration with Haaland. That's all I can say about the team there. Oh man. Same kind of when you compare, I like the Love Boats team just because of Groban there, Perisic, like Reyes doing okay. He can save a penalty here and there. Bench is fine. Neto is everyone has been getting Groban for Neto, or that could be if you can swing an Odegaard, but I think you're not tripped up on Arsenal, not too bad. No Diaz, but I like the two City in there. Cover it. Look, that it's got all City. Okay, but he has a little bit of. Okay, you're worried about Spurs. Son's not doing it at the moment. Kane. I think you can carry Kane a little bit with Perisic at the minute. Well, not too much, I know, but I like this team. Mendy on the bench. There's a lot of money on the bench. Raya. This is a bit of a worry. You could unlock a bit of money there with Mendy. I think he's 5.5 or something. Maybe only 5 million actually, Mendy. And Neto, you can make about $1 million saving between the two of these and throw that money somewhere else. Maybe upgrade. Who would the ones really upgrade? Maybe Andres to, I don't know, Rodrigo or something. But yeah, in the long term, just keep an eye out on the bench and these guys, and save up 2 subs if you can, 2 free transfers. Maybe take a -3. But no, listen, that was a great move by Owen Robe. Oh, it wasn't really Diaz to Grobe. That was a bold move. He's got a bit of money in the bank, so that was a bold move. Wow, that was ballsy. That was ballsy move there. I have to. Wow, Groby scored bonus points. Diaz gets, I think, 1 bonus point, 2 goals. Not much in the difference, so it'll be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only missing out maybe 3 or 4 points. Bold move. He's Liverpool aren't going to score 9 every week, but I think he kind of got away with it. But I would try to have Grobe and Diaz in there. That's one way you could probably. I don't know if you can get Diaz. No, you've made the decision now, brother. Daniel Fagan's played his wild card. Okay, he's gone that way. Rodrigo scored the other day. De Bruyne looked good. He scored that goal. Jesus, for me, I know I have to get off selling Jesus now. I've just got in Jesus. No, I'm going to keep Jesus. That's it. Made an executive decision. I'm not going to transfer him out 3 times in the space of 4 game weeks. All right. So this brings us to Jack Malone. Now I have a few questions. I don't want this to go on too long because I have to eat. I have a few questions here directly from that. If anyone has any questions, send to me on the WhatsApp group or contact me on the Facebook. Whatever. I have to set up the messenger. Just best maybe to send your questions to my Facebook, Vincent Frayne, FPL Top Dogs, or send it to Mark Phillips or Adrian Phillips or Shane Faceman. These are our PROs around town, and send them the messages and we'll see what I can do. Now looking we're the dancers team, a great dancer, absolute joy to watch, joy to be with Jack. Again, Ederson, a lot of money in there. I would rather save 0.5 mil and have Walker in. That's why I have Walker in, and I can get away with Sanchez. Unlock a bit of money there. Cancelo is fine. I would double up on the City defense and have Haaland. Defo. Bailey's got a goal. That's a lot of money in the bench. I hope he hasn't dropped in price to 4.9. Mightn't have. Can check the prices later. Trent's fine, good position. I like Trippier, big fan of Trippier. He's just got so many attacking possibilities. James is fine. He's going to fire soon. Martinelli fine. Salah's fine. Rodrigo over the next few game weeks is going to be fine. Very, very interesting guy. Great in the box. Has an eye for a goal, knack, and he really fits that Leeds pressing system. I am really think Grobe or Gross and Rodrigo for me. Jesus unlucky there. It's just one of them calls like the Salah. You had Salah, Jesus, and Haaland to pick from, and that's one bummer about having premium players. Too many of them. Look, Jesus should be premium, I suppose. He's too undervalued. 1.8 million, 8.5 minimum. He should have been really for. It's just that his run with City over the last season and not start, and it kind of shrouded his potential to FPL. So yeah, that's just a frustration. If you just have one premium, maybe sometimes you don't have that decision. But look, it is what it is. 55. He will be devastated a little bit with that. But looking at those players he has, I like the look of the whole lot of them. It's just that Bailey thing came in as a sub for Zinchenko. It looks like that Jack set up with a 5-4-1 originally, or he definitely 5 defenders. Zinchenko in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. Yeah, three midfielders and 2 attackers. You can yeah. So it's just one of those things, I suppose. Is it dead? The 5 defenders? I just don't. I think it's done now for me. The 5 defenders. I think 3 or 4. 4-4-2 is probably the best formation at the minute. If you've got a Haaland and Kane, I don't know if you can probably not get away without having the Salah if you got Trent, Diaz. And I like to look at Joshua when he comes back, and then a couple of City defenders. So Neto to Rodrigo, I wouldn't worry about that move too much, Jacko. He's gonna be fine, especially at home. It seems Leeds were a bit kind of didn't really offer too much, away from home the other day, so they're going down 1-0. So yeah, Bailey's come on. The bench is fine. You've got the bench and you've got Ward fine. You have your money more or less all out. It's just the Bailey thing. I was caught in the trap myself, Bailey. And Ramsey's another guy at Villa who's not getting much game time. When he comes on, the crowd fire up. I think Jared is still, great, great guy, and I wouldn't be kicking him out of there after 3 or 4 games, for God's sake. It's crazy how football's gone. So there you go. My advice is don't panic, Jack. Sit on it. Zinchenko will be back. It's a very interesting team. 55, you want to feel like you're doing something. Yeah, Trent, Diaz. It's just maybe having faith in Salah. I have to ask this question myself with Salah. Will faith be rewarded? It just depends how much money you have in the bank. If you can get on a Grove or get something in. James is fine. Trippier is okay. I would have them 3 okay, and then Cancelo is a lot of money. I'd rather a Walker in there, or maybe a 5.9 Laporte save 1.1 million there. So what I would do in your situation is get up save for 2 free transfers, and have a look at the form guys we're looking at. And do you really want Salah? Spread that money about more. You can get Diaz in there. Trent's fine. Have some money in the bank. And one thing I'm worried about Jack's team is the Spurs. I think Spurs will do really well. I'm not being biased here at all, although I'm a Spurs fan. I think Kane is definite must. Son is a no-no. Kulusevski, if you can get Kulusevski in there, can cover you for a bit of Spurs. And Perisic, I think Kulusevski, Perisic, Grobe, you have Rodrigo. I had to look at the midfield, and it just didn't inspire me a lot looking at the midfield. Arsenal didn't do it. Martinelli, will that get you through to the top 10 of top dogs? Martinelli and Rodrigo. Bit spits and starts, spits and spots. It kind of depends on the fixtures with, I suppose, Martinelli and Rodrigo and Grove. Brighton are nearly fixture proof. 10 wins. I think they're unbeaten in 10. They've beaten Spurs, and Arsenal. I think Chelsea, West Ham, all in London. They're just flying under Potter. So, yeah, I like Grove or Gross or whatever you say. So that's my advice there. I'm worried about Spurs doing it. Spurs can really hurt you, but just make sure from now on I'd have Haaland as captain all the way through now for yourself since you have him. He's 11.8 million now. Should you have a strong bench now coming into the Champions League because of the squad rotation? Strong bench. It's going to be hard to unless you, is it too much doing a wild card now just because the Champions League's coming in? Well, a lot of players play all the games. Ederson will probably play. Well, will he play all the games or will he be rested? Ederson will probably be rested in most of the cup games, but not the Champions League. Cancelo seems to be playing all the games. Bailey will probably get a run out intermediate the games, but the Champions League, no, Trent. I think what you have here, James, is more or less fixture proof for the Champions League European games anyway. I think these guys are all going to be playing. Jesus will be playing. Salah will be playing all the games. They will have an odd rest every 4 to 5 games, of course. They have to, but I would be looking at The Champions League games. I like your bench. Taylor is the problem. Lyle Taylor. Um, yeah, I would be making a transfer specifically to get him out and do 2 free transfers just to get him out and get a stronger bench. Zinchenko is more than enough. Bailey is the only issue for yourself. You can free up a bit of money there. Ederson and Bailey. What could you upgrade to? See Gross and Rodrigo. Well, Gross is kind of nearly gone. Um, um, that's a funny one, really. I suppose there's a lot of money in Cancelo, so you could really get Walker in, or wait until Laporte comes back, free up 1.1, could get rid of Bailey, free up 5. So that's free up whatever it is. So say it's 5 already. So you're only freeing up 6.1 there. So what can you get for 6.1? I'm not sure because you can get 6.1, 1.1, 6.1. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I suppose you could take a -4 and 3 to strengthen that bench a bit somehow, but I really think it's not. I think it's a question that's overthinking at the minute with the worrying about resting here and there. But yeah, what's the best way to bounce back from a setback like you have done in this past game week? Not well. I suppose it's not the panic, but I'm beyond gone past panicking now. I've gone beyond. I've gone into an ultimate massive bloody dimension of mass panic. So when you panic and you ruin your start and you have terrible players at the beginning and you're really struggling, bottom of the league, like I didn't quite make the bottom of the league. Thanks to Sebastian from Poland. God bless you, Sebastian. Love you. And your family too as well, Sebastian. Missed the good times and the beers we had in the Hazel. And yeah, the Dalgan is closed down as well. It's shame here in Ballyhaunis. It's just the times we live in. But I think it's just I did terrible mess as I said at the beginning of the video, and I just saw the free hits I could get out of it. Now I feel I got a bit of momentum. So that's the sort of thing. It's like making a positive out of a negative. That's what I kind of am an expert at all my life. Is I get a rotten set of cards and I find a way to make a silk, a sow's ear into a silk purse. No, I think with your team, Captain Haaland, and it's just a bit of messing around the scenes. Zinchenko should be back. Keep an eye out for Laporte. I don't know, transferring Walker out and saving that 2 million. Cancelo could do it. You could have one of them weeks. So I'm not saying, but there's a lot of money tied up here. In the 2 City there. Okay. Maybe Foden or Kulusevski. As I said, some way to get onto them, but it could mean getting off the Salah train, and freeing up funds to do 2 free transfers or a -4 to get 3 and you like, and maybe I hate leaving players on the bench. I just like low value bench fodder, that will come on and off and maybe get an assist now and again. What's the best way to bounce back from a setback? I think that unfortunately is not to panic and not to go emotional, and to stick by your guns and have faith in your players. But obviously with the likes of Bailey and the Villa and the own goal by Digne, that was like easy decisions. Got to get off all Villa and most of West Ham at the start. That's fine, but doing -8s, and I did another -2 -8s in a row until that free hit saved me. So seeing the best advice is to have faith in your players, don't panic, try and hold on to your chips. Maybe don't bloody mess around with the app during the games are being played, because that's when I got in Salah. Sorry, that's when I got in Zaha and Maddison in. It was before the games had finished, and like Mitrovic scored, and there's no logic in never do transfers while games are being played on the Saturday. The tip is just leave it till the end. That was the biggest mistake I made. So don't do that. So listen, I think you're fine, Jackie. Good move with Rodrigo. That will pay off. Has Nolan lost his mojo? So, my God, where is Stret? Gary against Daza Duffy. We've seen him on Raw. I can't go too much into because Starman's down 243 is about 50 off. Again, I wouldn't panic, not 50 down. I'm nearly 100 down. I'm not really, as long as you keep within that 100 all the way through, even up to the last 5 game weeks of the season, you still have a chance. And the standard this season is just beyond the joke of the Christy Nicholson guys. Richie, Nyla Richardson. Yeah, 73, same as myself. Costing the Salah thing. Maybe do we keep on Salah since he's done it? Oh, I don't know. Just no faith in Salah or whoever he plays at. I don't think he'll ever score ever again. Diaz, good stuff. He's got the 3 guys you want from Liverpool. Haaland, Jesus, fair enough. Edward, oh my God, Eduardo Bailey. Lots of money on the bench there. Sickening. Vestergaard won't be playing anytime soon. Andrews gets assist. He plays pretty high up in behind that striker. Mitrovic, bit of a playmaker. Interesting do, but I wouldn't be hanging my hat on him for the whole season. Ward is fine. Everson, he's gone for the 2 Leicester dudes. We've not really done, lucky to get a point really. Ward against I suppose the Chelsea results and a few other results. So James, yeah, Cancelo. Okay, there's a lot of money tied. It's okay. It seems really good. It's really good. Anything that Spurs do, that's where we can get. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Spurs train that will get me up the Christie a bit more. There's a lot of tomfoolery and messing about to get on Spurs from where Richie is, unless he's got Nyler's got some money in the bank there. But no, it's fine. It's handy enough. It's just a bit loose change tied up there. I don't know about Eduardo. I wouldn't have him on the bench. I'd find a way to do 2 transfers and free up a bit of money. I am worried about the Everson thing. It'd be nearly best to have that money in a goalkeeper you can alternate with Ward there, and that will make you an extra few points over the course of the season. Is to do more alternation rather than just leaving it up to, because there's a new goalkeeper in there at Leicester if nobody's noticed. Yeah, Sterling, have a quick look at yourself, bro. Yeah, the Salah thing again, disgusting. Cannot believe it. 999. The Silva, okay. We all know why you got him in there. Everson, oh no, Haaland. That can't go on. De Bruyne versus Haaland. I don't want that. I'd rather Haaland. Kane is fine. He's got a bit of Kane, but Liverpool, a little bit of Chelsea, a little bit down. Yeah, just you have to make a decision there. Just don't know. I think there's more value in the lower keepers, 4.5 to 4.6, and even Sa from Wolves as well is a good option. Kevin Guru Kilbride is down at the 239. This is getting down to where I am. Yeah, so me and Stress, we finished 2nd and 3rd this season, and we've had, we've been probably physically drained from last season, and I think last season took a lot out of us in regard to being up there all the time, always decisions. And we're still probably in that mindset with the FPL that we started this season with the same panic sort of, we have to do this and be, we really had to kind of sit back and just chill a bit. Bailey for Harrison, that's not a bad move. Harrison will come up with the goods along with Rodrigo and the other dude as well, Aronson, whatever. So it's a toss-up between the 3 of them. I think one of them Leeds midfielders are definitely good to have in your squad. I like Gross as well from Brighton. Raya, TAA, Salah, same issue with us all with Haaland. Saka, yeah, okay. If you have Saka by now and you've stood by him for the 4 game weeks, he's more or less blanked compared to Jesus and Martinelli and Odegaard. well, you might as well kind of ride that train, you know. I think of course he's a good player. He'll come back. He'll take an odd penalty, maybe, who knows? But you just have to, maybe it's the time, well, will I have faith in the player and stick, and I'm sure that you'll be rewarded. Again, anything going on with Spurs is going to hurt Stretch. So that's just what I'm looking out for me going forward. So it's just something to keep an eye there for the Stretford, Stephen Stretford Nolan. Came third last year, probably should have held out for second, but look, the top three is where it's at. I've always said the top three in the Christie is just blow your mind stuff. I think it's all the same, really. It's such an accolade to have. And I have the hats. We'll have them soon. The wife is coming to London in October, mid-October for definite. And I have the hats from last season or the season before. So I have some merchandise coming, and she'll have the hats for the top 10 of last season as well, guys. So don't worry about that. We have them. So Stephen, I'm not panicking with your team here at all. Patterson playing, look, just plunge. I'm taking the plunge. That's one good thing. I don't watch Andy from FPL Top Dogs anymore. I can't watch him. I can't. The smugness. Oh, I'm amazing. Oh, I'm glad I'm off that. I'm doing my own thing, getting off all these bloggers. I've not even been watching FPL Scout, any of them. Nothing. I can't watch anyone until I'm doing well. So I'm starting. We'll see next week anyway. This was only tomorrow. And then so it could have a quick turnaround in the next 5-6 days, guys. A lot could change. So 2 game weeks coming up. One good thing about Steve-O, he's got Haaland and look, Cancelo and Walker. I love Walker. Cancelo, look at City. There is lots of points in that team. I love the bench. That's a very good bench. Okay, Planche, fair enough. Isn't what you want, but yeah, it is what it is. 65 isn't a disaster. No, I don't think he's lost his mojo at all, my friend. Sorry, Dancer. And you haven't either. And from the looks of it, when I was only there a month and a bit ago, maybe a month and a half ago, and it looks like none of you have lost your mojo. So still, we're down here with Christy anyway. See what's the story with Snow. My ambition at the minute, stuck in the Netherlands, 198, not even 200. So I'm looking at Christy now, 39 points or so below, ahead of me. So, yeah, I've signs of progress if I'm looking at Christy. De Silva's done very well with him. He's had a good start. Against Salah, same issue, guys. Ederson, Cancelo, Robertson. Yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking, why do you need Diaz and Robertson? You need TAA in there. He's going to stick with Salah. He's got 3 premiums there. Somehow he's fit them all in. Kane, Haaland, and Salah. That's not going to be a funny choice every game week. Seriously, I know there's points there, but it's like a 3-horse race now. When you have 3 premiums, like who wants to back the favorite in a 3-horse race, mate? Christy knows the odds about that. The only winner is the bookies in a 3-horse race. So I'm not suggesting you get rid of. I think the dream thing here is Kane and Haaland anyway. Always captain Haaland. That leaves a lot of money on Salah that you're not going to captain, or vice versa, or Kane, vice versa. So that's the thing Andy from Top FPL, Let's Talk FPL, was saying. If you're not going to captain these guys, then it's a lot of money, to be tied up in 2 or 3 players. So how could he strike? Just have a look at it. I'm not advising Christy for one bit. He knows himself. But that's the crack. I think he's kind of like myself and loads of others. We've got away with a pretty decent score, 70. We're getting our Haaland decision wrong. I did my free hit and I had Haaland and Kane and Salah, and I made the same mistake, probably having too many premiums and you don't know which one to pick from one game week to the next. You'd think the Bournemouth one at home and it scored 9 would be all right. Yeah, this Dave Martin, he's gone with Kane as well, our West Ham massive dude. So when West Ham do well, keep an eye out for this dude. Not bad decision with Kane. He told me that's the way he's going with Kane. And we're still sticking with Bowen. Unlike me, Sarah Collins in there with an 88. Ward Prowse for Diaz, good decision. Fernandez, ouch. Ooh, but Gundogan could be a winner. So I think 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but I think Gundogan will work out for Cyril there. No problemo. Odegaard, what a move. And Diaz, that's loads of points. Like Ward Prowse got 2 points. Saka's got 5 or so. Oh my God, that's a great win-win there. Well done, Cyril. Great 8 points. -4, fair enough. But because that's an 84, I've given him an 88 on the screen, but never mind. No offense to the guys. Yeah, Hitman had more points then. Yeah, so Rice. Okay, that's interesting with Rice. Could be a facilitator. Is that bench? It must have bench boost, surely. Oh God. Diaz on the bench. Oh, sorry, Cyril. That's oh, that would have been the 100, probably nearly the 100 anyway. Diaz on the bench. Shocking. 94. That should have been a 98. 90, 98 should have been. Oh, Foden he's gone for. Diaz, never. I think he's forgot to change his team. I don't know what's happened there. Seriously. Okay, brother. Sorry about that. And we'll leave it at there for the roundup. It's gone up. Any price changes? Rodrigo's 6.5 million. He's seems to have kind of gone up again, probably from 6.4. Don't know. Veltman is up again. Wow. I know, yeah. He's on my old friend Veltman. Saliba, fine. And Odegaard's gone up, which we would expect. Bolly's down because I think he's looking to get out of Wolves. Kufel is down 4.4. Cresswell, a lot of the West Ham. Winks is leaving. He's looking for, I don't know, is he someone move? Has got a move coming. Livermento. Okay, that's fine. Haaland went up and Diaz went up. Jack Harrison went up. Wow. Only 4%. It's amazing how that price thing flicks up and there's only like 4. It must be a percentage of, like, if he was only owned by 2% and he's gone up 4, they must go by a percentage, 50% up. And they say, oh God, 0.1. Mitrovic, well, I'm happy I did the free. I have him back now. 6 points. He's gone up another. So I've definitely made a 0.1 on him by just doing the free hit. So the free hit's been a win-win for me this week. Seriously, it's got me out of so much absolute trouble. Now I'm back to some sort of where I want to be. I'm leaving it at that, right? Grob, love Grob, 5.8. That's a guy you can get in if you're really stuck for someone. And Alex Maxim, of course, 6.5. He did go down a bit, 0.1, but he's up again. Sanchez, he could be a punt as well. He will play every game. Zinchenko went up another until he got injured. I keep Zinchenko as well. I think he's great potential attacking wise. So, anything going on? Spurs need to sign more to compete. That's great stuff from Conte. He's taking the pressure off his stars, saying that they need to. This is clever stuff. I don't think they need much more, but maybe a centre back. Look, I'm happy enough with what we're doing and the style. I think too many signings will rock the boat at Tottenham. I think we're happy enough with what we have with Carlson and Basuma. I love Basuma. I think I want this guy playing more. Barkley's gone as a free agent. Yeah, Fofana looks like he's going to go to Chelsea. Wolves. Okay, this guy's come in. Far side Atletico Madrid. Oh, I don't play Forest. My God. Sampdoria went to going to, yeah, and Ubaz Barca is a victim of violent robbery. It's all going on, I suppose. It's a terrible thing. So good luck to them all. It's the league as it is. 12, 10, 10, 10. Oh, it's fine. I think it's lunacy, I suppose, at this stage. Spurs are going to win the title. Arsenal are going to win the title. It's Leeds, good start. But it's just like the Christy Nicholson. Good starts. It's still too early. All can change. And that's the report for Game Week 4, guys. And a quick look at the I wanted to have a quick look at the knot. Always have a quick look at the knot. King of the Travelers or head to head. Game Week 4. So Starman loses out to Jerry Freely, who's got a bit of a history in this tournament. He likes this. He does well in the Tommy Cunyans. Took out Keith Robinson. Christie's took out Joseph Lochran. I just edged out my good friend, best friend Dave Martin. Wow, Spurs versus West Ham, and that's coming up now. What day of the week is it? Wednesday. So it's BT Sport. So they're showing all the games somehow. I don't know how. So a good one to watch anyway. Yeah, Luke Walsh takes out Cormac Reedy. Patrick Kiley's took out Cahill, Crumpet, Carney. Crumpet, yes. Yeah, CCC. I don't know where I got the crumpet from. Anyway, I'm sure the guys know how I made it up. It's just taken out by Pat there, and Donny O'Brien got off to a stormer this season, took out Andy Cunyan. Shaky Hers took out the Han Solo, so Han Solo got a good dose of the shakes. Kieran Kiley not getting off to a great start, but losing to no shame to lose to Joey Neenan, who's didn't lost out last season. He forgot to enter the knot, so he's in it now this year. He's not made that mistake. Obviously Stephen Stretz has forgot to enter it this year. There's always one in it that don't enter. It's a shame. I forgot myself, I think, one year. Fergie Great Guns Walsh, who's now not a great game week for himself, again, Robbie Kunyan winning. Owen Collins loves this format. He's a bit of a knockout champion, taking out Eamon Phillips. I haven't yet a name for Eamon now. Dermot, the big friendly giant, took out Mark. Oh, Marky, you have to highlight that. You got done. The two of you are thinking on the same lines. You're very similar in scores. John Kelly gets off to a win with Morgan, the Prodigy Lions. And Sean Sniper Gilday loses out to Connor Hussmeister, Hussey. So yeah, it's all about the win at the end of the day. High score wins, gets the 3 points. Jeremy Phillips and Donny O'Brien, the only ones with a 100% record. A few nines, a few sixes, and I'm off the bottom. I've finally got a win, but I think at this stage, I think if you keep that to 6 or 7 losses, you can win this thing. So it is a bit of pot looking in a way, like, but generally it's the guy with the best score and average will win this thing. 274. I don't see Parker one in it or a few others, so he usually enters. Let's see, where is he? No, I don't think that I went through the names. Parker's not in it. Yeah, John Kelly's in it. He's not forgetting. It's good stuff. So I wish all these guys the best anyway. You can't have a great season every season. My main option is just to finish top 330,000 in the overall to keep my record of not finishing outside that in the history. I don't want to have a big dirty 2 or 3 million to my overall at Game Week 38. My God. So that's all we have, folks. I have a little comment, I suppose, about these games coming up. Tomorrow night, Crystal Palace, Brentford. Crystal Palace looking good now under Vieira. Brentford, can you trust them away so much from home? That's 50-50 for me. Could be a score draw, 1-1. Fulham, Brighton. I just can't see Fulham. Brighton seem to be cutting people to the sword, but that cottage down at the Cottagers, down at Fulham there, it's no joke there with that crowd. And I'm sure people at Brighton have been all over the country winning against at Old Trafford this season, and Spurs that won't mind them one bit. So yeah, Potter Ball could just top Scotter Ball or Parker Ball. I think is Parker in charge of Bournemouth? I forget now. Fulham. Oh, he used to be the Fulham manager, didn't he? Oh, I forget. He's Bournemouth manager, yeah. But yeah, Potter Ball, I think will win that out. Maybe 2-0, 2-1. Yeah, I'll be looking to Sterling. I am thinking about probably at this moment captaining Sterling against Southampton. So yeah, I fancy 2 or 3-1 probably. To Chelsea there. Leeds against Everton. Now Everton are struggling to score goals, and I think Rodrigo, Harrison, and Aronson are the dudes. Bamford might get back. Can't forget about Bamford. He's got an assist, and maybe he scored, but he's definitely got an assist. Is he injured again? Possibly. I think he's injured. So you never know when he makes an appearance. He's like Will o' the Wisp, this Bamford. He's injured 1 minute and he's playing the next, and he's subbed off 1 minute and then he's on the next. So yeah, I fancy Leeds against that one, but Lampard needs to start, getting that DCL back, and a few others. And losing Gordon now is going to be a massive blow. So I think the door is open for Leeds and that crowd. I can't see. I think they can be all over that Everton team. It could be, if Everton don't stand up to it, they could be getting run over 3-0 in that steamroller of Ellen Road. Arsenal against Villa. Villa, low confidence, low morale. Fans are not happy. They're going to Arsenal again with Fulham. Have a bit more about them. It's not a bad defense. If they get behind, Villa are in trouble. So let's have a look at that now. 1.3 million up already after 4 games. I'm happy with that. Already have. I was 1.2. Yeah, it's just notice that now. Yeah, so Scott Parker, I think with Bournemouth, he won't be. Well, like Wolves will be thinking their quids in. So is Bournemouth that team we all get on now? So should we be having Wolves assets now? Should we get? I know Jimenez had a goal disallowed the other day, last day out, I think against Newcastle, but he's back. And could he run right against Bournemouth? It's always that crack is with Southampton when they lost the 9-0 or to Chelsea or whoever it was. They came back and they won the next match, and it's just that could rile up that team. And I think Solanke will be back as well. I think he is back. So, and Wolves don't score a lot of goals, so Wolves don't score a lot of goals, but Bournemouth concede a lot of goals. Who's going to win that one out? 0-0. Man City against Forest. I think they'll grind them down 3 or 4-0. That would be a good one to lump on Haaland. Liverpool with Newcastle there. I'm not so sure with Salah against Newcastle. They have a lot about them. They're not jacking it in away from home anymore, Newcastle. So I don't know. It's a midweek game. Could you rest 1 or 2? Don't think Liverpool are in the mood. I think they'll go with the same team, but look, Bobby Firmino, it wouldn't be a bad shout to flick in, I suppose. But then Joshua will be on the horizon soon. So I think that was just like one of those things with Bobby. He's made hay while the sun shined. West Ham Spurs, look. West Ham will want to, they'll be buoyed up with that 1-0 win away to Villa, but that wasn't a great performance, a great shake. Antonio Nominus, Villa were huffing and puffing. I think West Ham were just done a bit of a botched job on Villa, smash and grab, but they'll have to show something a bit more. Spurs will absorb all the pressure again and try and do the break. So teams coming on to Spurs, they're getting done, like Forest did. They got done, and the quality the Spurs have with the top 3, and Son still has to fire. That wouldn't be a bad game, I think, for Son to do something. But Kane always scores against West Ham. Antonio always scores against West Ham. I wouldn't surprise us about 2-2 or 2-3 here. Both will go for that one, so expect fireworks. And Leicester versus United on Thursday night. Little bit more confidence with United now. Bruno's backfiring again. I think that Ronaldo situation will be sorted. Casemiro might start, and they have Anthony or whatever on the way. Prophet Anthony from Ajax. Look, they've got loads of players coming in. I just don't think they can play Maguire against Leicester. If they do, they're screwed. Vardy will score a hat-trick. So all that Ten Hag has to do is to, I think, just an unchanged team, and that I think that team will actually they know what they're about. I think Scott McTominay is the heartbeat of that team, and I know it's boring with Fred in there. It's not United way playing 2 in front of the back 4 or 3 or whatever it is, but I think Leicester are conceding goals, so there could be there. I think it's going to be obviously goals in that 2-2. Go for a 2-2 there. Yeah, so all of a sudden then Saturday got all this stuff. Night Arsenal next Sunday. All the City assets are what you want now, but it's just a problem with rotation a little bit now with Pep. And then we soon have the European games coming up. So and Liverpool and Everton taking on Liverpool. Yeah, so there you go. Spurs, Fulham, another derby for Spurs to contend with. And that's all we have for time, folks. A big, long, massive one. And thanks to Jack Maloney for the few questions tonight. Guru feeling a bit happier about life. Looking forward to next week or this game week and the next one. Hopefully in a good position. I have my plans within my plans, and I'm not going to be where I am for longer. People will start to panic, and I just want to be mopping up. Hopefully I have enough mop to soak it all up. I'll catch you later, folks. God bless. Take care. Guru out. Best of luck with your team. And sayonara for now. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and a subscribe. And hope you like the content. Bit of a marathon tonight. God bless.